Hare Krishna, I offer my respectful obeisances to all the simple devotees, begging for your mercy to be able to say something. In Bengali, Mama Badi is the most favorite place for a child. Meaning the house of the mother's brother. Mother's brother, it's Mama. And in Bengali, if a kid or if a person does a mistake, you tell him, what do you think you are, in your mama's body or what? Like you can get away with it, Like you can make a mistake, make some mischievous, get away with it. What do you think you are? You're in mama body or what? So this is Mahaprabhu's mama body. No wonder that this place was so dear to Nimai. Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur and his daughter Mother Sachi both were born in Bangladesh. They are born in Sylhet. The village is still there where Mother Sachi was born. It's very interesting that Sylhet division of Bangladesh plays a very important role in the line of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Mahaprabhu's, both the parents, mother and father, are from Sylhet. Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur is from Sylhet. Advaita Charya is from Sylhet. Srivas Thakur is from Sylhet. They're all from that place. So, some devotees from Bangladesh, they shifted to Navadwip in the area of Yogapit, where, I don't know if you have already been there, right? This parikrama will go later on. You visited, already done? Oh, Sankalpa, but the parikrama you haven't. Okay. So around that place, you'll see the house of Mahaprabhu, Srivas Thakur, Murari Gupta Prabhu and all that. So they all stayed together. Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur and many other devotees, they got shifted here. You'll be surprised that there are many, many houses here that are hundreds and hundreds of years old, still there. And mainly the Brahmins, they all got shifted here. Many of the Brahmins during Mahaprabhu's time, they shifted here. And the descendants of those Brahmin family, they are here. There are many, many houses. I don't know if you were able, you all took a long walk today. I think you're all tired. If I ask you to go and take a walk and see the old houses, you must be tired. But sometime you can come. Those old houses are slowly disappearing. It's getting old, getting, modernized and all that. But, and one place, Belpukur, like I said in the beginning, this is Mahaprabhu's mama's body. Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur had 2 sons and 2 daughters. Prathame Jogeshwar Pandit Ditiyo Sachi hoy. The first child was Jogeshwar Pandit. The second child was Mother Sachi. And the third child is Ratnagarva Acharya, and the fourth daughter was Sarvajaya Devi. And Sarvajaya Devi became the wife of Chandrasekhar Acharya, Mahaprabhu's uncle, meaning where Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Samadhi is. I don't know if anyone of you are into dramas, performing dramas. Anyone here who likes to do dramas? Have done dramas before? Quite a few. So you'll be happy to know the first drama that was done by Mahaprabhu himself was done in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya. And he acted as Mother Lakshmi. And he was so good. He was so good in performing that drama as Mother Lakshmi Devi that Vishnupriya Devi and Mother Sachi were sitting in the audience. And both of them are asking each other, who is that? So good acting, look at him. Look the way he dressed himself and look the way he is talking. Look the way he is walking. Who is that? Later on, both of them were surprised that Vishnupriya Devi thought, this is my husband. Mother Sachi could not even recognize her own son who acted so well. Hey, Haribo, এটা বারবার খুলে পড়ে যাচ্ছে, 3 বার খুললো, তোমাকে বললাম এটা গডারটা দিয়ে ঠিক করে দিতে। ওখানে আছে গডার আছে। Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur played a very important role in the life of Mahaprabhu. As you know, Mahaprabhu was the 10th son of Mother Sachi. First was 8 daughters. And right after birth, they left their body, one after another. The 9th son was Vishwarup, Mahaprabhu's elder brother. And the 10th son was Mahaprabhu. Now, after the 8 daughters died, Jagannath Mishra talked to his wife, something is wrong. We must have done something. So they decided to go back to Bangladesh, to the parents of Jagannath Mishra. And that place is called Dhaka Dakshin, Jagannath Mishra's parents' house. That place is still there. The house is still there. You can see the old house. Later on, actually, Mahaprabhu visited that place. So while both of them were there serving the parents of Jagannath Mishra, the Lord appeared to the mother of Jagannath Mishra, stating, please send your son and your daughter-in-law back to Mayapur. So the mother said, why? They just came. I'm so happy to have my son and my daughter-in-law. He said, no, you better send them. Why? Because I'm about to appear as their son. So the mother said, meaning the mother of Jagannath Mishra said, I will, in one condition. So after you're born, when you feel the right, when you feel the time is right, please come back and see me in Bangladesh. You're the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'll be so old by then. I may not be able to walk to Mayapur. Please come and see me. And Mahaprabhu did go to Dhaka Dakshin and blessed her. So both of them came back. Mahaprabhu was born, as you know, the children are born 10th month, right? 9th, 10th, sometime. And so it was time for the Lord to appear and he wasn't appearing. 10th month is gone, 11th month is gone, 12th month is gone. On the 13th month, what's going on? Because they're always scared. because they have lost 8 daughters. So they took shelter of Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur, the father-in-law of Jagannath Mishra. And he said, Nilambar Chakravarti kohilen goniya, ei mase putra hoibe sarbokkon paiya. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes the Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur said, don't worry. This is the month. He will appear. And he appeared. And one day, Nimai was just 3 months old. Have you ever seen 3 months old baby walking around? Yes, no? Louder, yes, no? I'm just trying to wake you up, that's all. So Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi was both outside. Nimai was just lying down, 3 months old. He felt bored, So the Supreme Lord felt bored, what to do. He just got up, started to walk around the house, make some sound, this, that, and then just lie down again. And then Jagannath Mishra walked in with Mother Sachi. And as soon as they walked in, both of them saw whole baby footprints all over the room. And not the normal human baby footsteps, but very, very unique symbol are there. So Mother Sachi is asking to her husband, what's going on? We have never ever experienced such an incident. So Jagannath Mishra said, see that we are Mishra kohe Bal Gopal ache sila songe teho murti hoiya goren khele nana range. He must be the Supreme Personality of Godhead Gopal in the form of Saligram Sila. Just to shower mercy, they are walking around the house, and Nimai is hearing that both of them are speaking about Krishna walking around. So Mahaprabhu wanted to distract their thought process. Immediately, Nimai began to cry. When Nimai cries, both the parents forget everything. There are so many pastimes that took place where some amazing, unique thing had happened. And just to distract that, Nimai would cry, and both the parents would forget everything just to make sure that Nimai is okay. So Mother Sachi got very concerned, went and picked up Nimai, understanding that Nimai wanted to drink milk. Mother Sachi began to feed her breast milk. And as the mother was feeding her breast milk, she was touching different parts of the body, and she touched the lotus feet of the Lord, and he saw all the marks that she saw on the floor. Immediately, Jagannath Mishra was called, and both of them discussed. Again, they took shelter of Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur. What's going on? Because he was one of the greatest astrologers at that time. Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur saw, Lokni goni purbe ami rakhiyachi likhiya. When your son was born, right away, I did all the calculation. It's all matching. Your son is not an ordinary person. He has all the symptoms of great personality. And he did not want to say much more. Actually, interestingly, Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur even knew that at the age of 24, Mahaprabhu would take sannyas. Never revealed that. But certain aspect which is pleasing to the ear of the parents, Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur did present those. Oh, Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances, Maharaj. Maharaj, He normally sits there or what? Maharaj, you want to come here? Mother Sachi took care of baby Nimai just like the normal mother takes care of the baby. Nimai, fully engrossed in the parental love, reciprocated like that. Baby Nimai began to speak, some broken words. Mother Sachi is teaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is this called? Hand. What is this called? Head. And when Nimai says it right, there are so many other ladies are there, and Mother Sachi is asking, my dear Nimai, what is this? And Nimai said, this is head. Everyone claps hands. So Nimai says that my devotees are so happy simply because I said this is head. So later on, when Mother Sachi asked, what is this? Nimai said, this is hand. They even laughed more, clapped hands more. This was so funny that Nimai said, this is hand. So like this, baby Nimai would give so much pleasure to the inhabitants of Navadwip Nadia. One day, in the full moon, Nimai told his mother, mother, look, such a beautiful swan. Mother said, my dear Nimai, this is not a swan. This is our uncle moon. Nimai said, my dear mother, what's wrong with you? So what do you mean? Why did you say our uncle mother? It's either your uncle or it's my uncle. How can the same person be your uncle and my uncle? That doesn't make any sense. It's either your uncle or my uncle. It makes sense, yes or no? Mother Sachi said, no Nimai. The same person can be your uncle and my uncle at the same time. How? So he says, Lakshmir Jagato Mata Bharya Vishnu Jagat Srishti. Yes. Is Lord Vishnu your father? Nimai said, yes. Is Lord Vishnu my father? He said, yes. Is Mother Lakshmi your mother? Yes. Is Mother Lakshmi my mother? Yes. So who is moon? Lakshmi Devi's brother? Nimai said, wow. It does make sense. The same person can be your uncle and my uncle. Oh great, this is our Uncle Moon, Hari Bol. So the next month, when the full moon came again, Nimai saw that Uncle Moon and began. The baby Nimai stopped crying. This was in the evening. So Mother Sachi said, look, you know how the mother sometimes makes up stories to calm the child down? So mother said, crying in the evening is very, very inauspicious. Stop crying, I'll give you anything you want. So this was nectar to the ear of Nimai. What she said? I will give any. So Nimai said, what did you say? Say it again. Say it again. He said, I am saying, I will give you anything you want. Please stop crying. So then Nimai said, I want Uncle Moon. What's wrong with you? Why did you say that you will get me everything, whatever I want? Now you are saying you cannot get the moon. But Nimai's point was, without even trying, you are saying no. That was Nimai's point. Did you call her? Sorry, did you call the moon? Did the moon tell you I will not come? So why are you saying you cannot get the moon? Try, at least try. So Govinda Thakur writes a very beautiful song. Listening to Nimai, Mother Sachi actually thought it's a fact. You know, sometimes we say, it's impossible. It cannot be done. Did you try? I remember one time, you have been to Hamsabahan, right? So we heard that Hamsabahan had gone to some other place. So at that time I was serving as the CEO of Mayapur. So Jayapataka Maharaj told me, since Hamsabahan is going to other place, why don't you try to get Hamsabahan for one day to come to our campus? We can do a great puja. And somehow or other it came out from my mouth, it's not possible. Oh, he was furious. He chastised me like anything, saying, you have not even tried and you are saying it's not possible. Try, and then you come and tell me it's not possible. It kind of woke me up. It's a fact. So we did try. And to our great astonishment, Hamsabahan did come to our campus. And we did a Maha Abhishek in front of the conch building. It was a huge procession. We got the Lord. It was a Maha Abhishek, Hamsabahan. Try. Mahaprabhu was telling Mother Sachi, just try. So here was Mother Sachi calling the moon. My dear moon, please come, my son wants you. Please come, please come. Here was moon, feeling so embarrassed. The Jagat Janani, Mother Sachi is calling me, yet I cannot go. It's Rasa Bhas, no? Suddenly the moon appears. So the moon hid behind the cloud. At that time, Mother Sachi told Nimai, said, Nimai, you're so beautiful. That moon is shy to come in front of you. Just look. Moon disappeared behind the cloud. Saying this, Mother Sachi ran into the house and got a beautiful painting of Radha and Krishna and gave it to Nimai. Nimai saw this most beautiful painting of Radha and Krishna, forgot about the moon. Haribol. As you know, Jagannath Mishra left this world at when Nimai was only 10-years old. By this time, Vishwarup had already taken sannyas. Mother Sachi was alone with Nimai. There was no one. I wanted to tell this, the disappearance of Jagannath Mishra, but since today we're going to focus on Mother Sachi, otherwise I will get distracted. Some other time, if I get an opportunity to meet some of you, we can discuss about the disappearance of Jagannath. It's a beautiful pastime. And the benediction that is given, that anyone who hears the disappearance of Jagannath Mishra goes back home, back to Godhead. That he will leave his body on the bank of the Ganga. This is the benediction. So after Mahaprabhu's father left, Mother Sachi made a sankalpa, made a vow, that I will do what it takes to make sure Nimai does not feel lack of affection from his father. I will act like his father and like his mother too. Pitrahin balak dekhiya sochi aay, sei putra seva bohi ar karchanai. Vrindavan Das Thakur says that Sachi Mata did not have any other responsibility, saying that Pitrahin, the Nimai does not have a father. If Mother Sachi did not say Nimai even for a moment, Mother Sachi would almost faint in separation. Murcha paay, ai dui chokke andha hoy. As if she became blind, Vrindavan Das Thakur says. Now, Please understand, it is not only Mother Sachi who is thinking of Nimai. It is Nimai also who is thinking of his mother. This morning we said that Mahaprabhu's one of his name is Matri Bhakta Siromani. Prabhu Mayare Priti Kore Nirantar. Every moment Nimai is showing affection to his own mother. Prabodhane Tare Bole Assas Bachan. Very often Nimai would go and hug his mother. He says, Mother, don't worry about anything. I'm there, no? I'm there for you. Suno mata mone kichu na chinti ho tume. Don't take any trouble. Don't have any tension. As long as I am there, Sakolo tomar ache, jodi achi ami. You have the entire world as long as I am there with you. My dear mother, I will give you love of Godhead which is even rare to love Brahma. Taha ami tomare aniya debo. Very easily I can give you that. Only Nimai would speak in such a sweet way to Mother Sachi. Mother Sachi would forget everything and float in the transcendental ecstasy of baby Nimai. Now, we go a little fast, okay? Mahaprabhu got married first, Lakshmi Priya Devi, went to Bangladesh, came back, got married to Vishnu Priya Devi, went to Gaya and came back. You ready? How many years have passed by, huh? Very quickly in 2 minutes. So after Mahaprabhu came back from Gaya, this morning we heard how day and night Mahaprabhu would just simply cry in separation of Krishna. So one day Nimai is sitting in the veranda in the house and Mahaprabhu is there. Sachi Mata comes and says, I have something to tell you, Nimai. Yes, mother. How did you become so miser? What? Me? Miser? My dear mother, anytime I get anything, I give it to you. And it's a fact. Anytime anyone gave any gold, any grains, any clothes, any ornaments, any opulence, Sachimata was the person to whom Mahaprabhu gave everything. Mahaprabhu came back from Bangladesh with a lot of wealth, gold and everything. Give it to Sachimata. So Nimai reminded Mother Sachi, he said, my dear mother, you don't remember that? Why are you calling me miser? I give you everything. He said, that is what I am saying. You gave me everything except for the real thing. He said, what? He said, you went to Gaya, got love of Godhead. You kept that, the real wealth. And you came and gave me what other people give you, clothes, ornaments, gold and etc. Ama prati kobhu jodi daya thake chitte. This pastime is from Chaitanya Mangal. Deha Krishna premadhan dorao chahite. If you have some affection for me, please don't be miser. Give me the love of Godhead. Mahaprabhu began to cry. So you really feel I have love for Krishna? My dear mother, I do not have a tinge of love of Godhead. But you are so fortunate that you are hankering for love of Godhead. You are my mother. Please, my dear mother, please pray to Krishna that one day I may get love of Godhead. But my dear mother, the essence of the scripture is love of Godhead is achieved only through his pure representatives. Vaishnav Anugrahanam. Then the Mahaprabhu used the word Sambhame sambhava isyati. It is possible to get love of Godhead by the mercy of the devotees. My dear mother, please pray for me that I get the association of pure devotees of the Lord. And I must tell you, mother, Vaishnav prasada prem pabe tumi mata. It's for a fact you will get love of Godhead by the mercy of the devotees. Nishchoy janiyo kotha kohilam ami. I am telling you for a fact, it will happen and you will get love of Godhead by the mercy of the devotees. Mother Sachi was so happy to hear this. Why? Because Mother Sachi told Mahaprabhu, whatever I have learned from your father, whatever scriptures that I have read, whatever Krishna Katha I have heard from other devotees about the characteristic, about the quality of a pure devotee, you, my dear son Nimai, have all those qualities and I am serving you. And you said if you serve a pure devotee, I will get Krishna Prem. The fact that I am serving you, the most pure devotee, that means I will get love of Godhead for sure. Mahaprabhu said, you saw some characteristic symptoms of a pure devotee in me. My dear mother, I don't have a tinge of the qualities of a Vaishnava. But Mahaprabhu was very pleased that the fact that Mahaprabhu actually said that through Vaishnava Anugrahan, by the mercy, by the blessings of Vaishnavas, one can get love of Godhead. Mother Sachi truly believed that philosophy. Mahaprabhu immediately, at that moment, decided to give love of Godhead to Mother Sachi. And the moment Mahaprabhu desired, Chaitanya Mangal says, Tokhone pailo prema bhakti achambit. Suddenly, Mother Sachi love of Godhead, got love of Godhead. Immediately Mother Sachi began to cry in ecstatic love of Godhead. Nayane golai osru dhara nirantar. Mother Sachi began to cry incessantly in separation of Krishna. So Mother Sachi, through Mother Sachi, Mahaprabhu is teaching us. This morning we heard, Sangsare arati kore, mori bartore. You do arati to samsara, your life is doomed. You do arati to Krishna, Krishna ra arati kore, bhavaturi pare. So through Mother Sachi, this two principle is exemplified, is shown, that by serving devotees, you get love of Godhead. By offending devotees, you do not get love of Godhead. And Mother Sachi was the example for both. Mother Sachi thought, my son is a pure devotee, he is serving Nimai, got love of Godhead. You just heard Chaitanya Mangal says that. Later on, as you know, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, this pastime is described, how Mahaprabhu told Srivas Thakur, Prabhu bole, yeah, na boliba Srivas. Srivas, don't say that, don't say that. Because Srivas came and told Mahaprabhu, please, you're giving love of Godhead to everybody, please give it to your mother also. And then Mahaprabhu got angry, don't say that. Why? Nara sthanete ache tan aparat. Nara means Advaita. Why is called Nara? Because Advaitacharya has appeared in the place called Naral in Sylhet. Nara. Other people say that he is Nara. Nara means to shake, you know. So he has shaken Mahaprabhu, Krishna to appear in this world. But nevertheless, Mahaprabhu says, Nara sthanete ache tan aparat. He has committed offenses. The lotus feet of Madhvacharya. And you know that? How he got the dust from the lotus feet of Madhvacharya. Mahaprabhu gave a love of Godhead. After Mahaprabhu took sannyas, I'm again jumping. Actually, each of these pastime is one class, hour and a half, two, because so much information is given. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other acharyas give so much information about each of these pastimes. Mother Sachi went on a palanquin from Yogapit, Mayapur to Santipur. Sachi Mata was there for quite a few days. And that pastime is explained, you can read in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu told the devotees, not to Mata Sachi, call all the devotees. He says, please talk to my mother. Where does she want me to stay? Actually, it was the desire of the Lord. He wants to be in Puri. But he wanted his mother to take the decision. Very interesting. The logic that Mother Sachi gave. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. When the devotees came and told Mother Sachi that Mahaprabhu wants to know where he should reside as a sannyasi. Teho jodi yaha rahe tobe mor sukh. If Nimai stays here, I'll be very, very happy. But if Nimai stays close to our house, means Yogapit, people will criticize. Tar ninda hoy jodi tobe mor dukh. And if people are criticizing my son, I'll be very, very sad. Therefore, Nilachale rohe jodi dui karcha hai. If he stays in Nilachal, then both the purpose is solved. He is far, yet not so far. And I can get the information. Some devotees will come, I can get some information. And sometime Nimai can also come to Nadia to take bath in the Ganga. And that's not very far for Nimai. Because those days it used to take a month, and Mother Sachi is saying it's not that far. So this was very interesting. I felt that Mother Sachi was so conscious that since you have taken sannyas, you must fulfill the vows properly. And no one should criticize you. You should be an exemplary sannyasi. So I thought that was very interesting. Now for today's last pastime. So you ready for that? Very interesting pastime. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. All of you are Pandit. I'm just repeating something. You can read it, refresh yourself later on. As you know, there was a devotee, his name is Damodar Pandit, in Mahaprabhu's pastime. And he never shied away in telling Mahaprabhu what is wrong, what is right. Sometimes you chastise the Lord quite heavily. So Mahaprabhu thought, he is very neutral. So one day, he told Damodar Pandit that, Damodar, please go to Mayapur. Take care of my mother for some time. Damodar Pandit agreed. Mahaprabhu said, Mata ke kohiyo mor koti namaskar. Mor sukh kothai sukhi koriyo tahar. Please pay millions of obeisances at her lotus feet. Tell my activities to my mother. She will be very, very pleased. Tell her that every time she is offering something, I am there accepting it. Mahaprabhu appears always in 4 places. First place is Sachir Randhane. Whenever Mother Sachi cooks and offers, Mahaprabhu, no matter where the Lord is, will come and accept. Second is Nityananda Nartane. Whenever Lord Nityananda Prabhu dances, Mahaprabhu will appear. The third, Srivas Angane. In the courtyard of Srivas Thakur, when there is a kirtan, Mahaprabhu appears. And the fourth place is Raghav Bhavane, in the house of Raghav Pandit. Remember? First place, Sachir Randhane. Second, Nityananda Nartane. Fourth, Srivas Angane. The fifth, Raghav Bhavane. So please tell my mother that every time she is offering something, I am there accepting. And then you remind her about this pastime. On this particular day, Mother Sachi made so many sweets, offered to Krishna, and she was crying in separation of me, and she was contemplating, oh, I wish my son was here. There in front of her, I was taking everything, I was honoring, and she thought it was a dream. She saw there was nothing on the plate, I took everything. Did I actually offer? How come there is nothing on the plate? She went back to the kitchen, and all the pots were filled up. She made the deity's plate again. She brought it again. I ate the whole thing again. And every time this happens, she is thinking she is dreaming. You remind her about this pastime. She will understand that I am actually accepting everything. So Damodar Pandit came and served Mother Sachi for some time. Then Damodar Pandit went back to Jagannath Puri. And there a few other devotees were there. Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Srivas Thakur, they were all there with the Lord. And one sentence came out of Mahaprabhu's mouth. As you know, I told you that Damodar Pandit would not shy away from chastising the Lord. But one question of Mahaprabhu made Damodar Pandit so angry, furious, began to shake. He was so angry. What's the question? Mahaprabhu asked, Prabhu bole, tumi to achila tar kache. My dear Damodar, you stayed with my mother for some time, right? All the devotees are there. So, Damodar Pandit said, yes, my lord, I was there. So answer this question. Satya kaha. Tell the truth. Air ki Vishnu bhakti ache? Is my mother actually practicing devotional service properly? Is she actually worshipping Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna properly? He's asking this question. Damodar Pandit was furious. He said, Ki bolila Gosai, air ki bhakti ache? How dare you? How could you even ask such a question? Whether your mother is worshipping Krishna properly. Yaha jigyasa Prabhu, tumi kon laje? Don't you have shame that you are asking such a question about your mother? She is the very personification of pure love of Godhead. My dear Lord, you may be the supreme personality of Godhead, but please know for certain that the fact that you have devotion, the fact that you are crying for Krishna, the fact that you are rolling on the ground, calling out Krishna, 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 is simply because of the mercy of your mother. The fact that you have devotion is because of your mother, and you are asking if your mother is practicing devotional service. How dare you? Murti manta bhakti ai kohilo tomate. She is the very personification of pure love of Godhead. Then Damodar Pandit cooled down a little bit because he was really getting angry. And he says, please don't bewilder me with this question. Don't cheat me like this. I know you know everything. You know that Mother Sachi is the very personification of love of Godhead. Please don't do this to me. Then Chaitanya Bhagavat says, Damodar Pandit said something which made Mahaprabhu even cry. He said, Mother Sachi is so great, so exalted. She is the very personification of pure love of Godhead, that even if someone calls out her name, during that time mother used to be also called I. Say? I. Louder. I. Damodar Pandit says that even if someone just calls out Mother Sachi, calling her I sabte prabhave tahar dukkha nai, you will be relieved from all the miseries of this world. And you are saying, if your mother is practicing devotional service. Mahaprabhu just looked at Damodar Pandit totally stunned, just seeing how much devotion Damodar Pandit has for his mother. Couldn't say anything for some time. He was just looking at Damodar Pandit. And then Mahaprabhu just went and just hugged Damodar Pandit, saying, my dear Damodar, you have spoken the heart, you have spoken my heart, you have spoken my heart. It's a fact that whatever little devotion that I have is due to the mercy of my mother. It is a fact that anyone who calls out her name will be relieved of all material pain. It is a fact that she is the very personification of love of Godhead. Damodar Pandit, you have spoken my heart, you have spoken my heart, Damodar. Nityananda Prabhu was there. And when Nityananda Prabhu heard the glories of Mother Sachi from Damodar Pandit and again from Mahaprabhu himself, both Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Gosai, Bede jare niravadhi kore annasan, Hana Prabhu jahar putra sabar chivan. Nityananda Prabhu said, how can I glorify Mother Sachi? The Supreme Personality of Godhead has accepted Mother Sachi as his own mother. She is the mother of the universe. The Supreme Personality of Godhead takes shelter of Mother Sachi. And we take shelter of Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu takes shelter of Mother Sachi. How glorious is Mother Sachi. Advaitacharya says, Jana Ganga teno ai kichu bhet nai, Devaki Yashoda jai bostu say ai. Mother Sachi is Yashoda Maya, is Devaki, Mother Ganga. Paramananda Puri began to also glorify Mother Sachi, saying that how Mother Tulsi purifies the world, but Mother Tulsi gets purified by Mother Sachi. Mahaprabhu, with tears in his eyes, began to glorify his mother, saying, I will never ever be able to repay for what you have done for me. In this way, Mahaprabhu, through Damodar Pandit, through Advaitacharya, through Nityananda Prabhu, through Paramananda Prabhu, and himself glorified Mother Sachi. And this was the house of Mother Sachi. This is Mahaprabhu's Mamar Badi. Like as I started the class today, in Bengal, for a child, the most favorite place is Mamar Badi. where the child is pampered and the child gets away with everything because mamar bari. So much so, even till this day, as I said, when a child does some mischief, even a person does something wrong, he is chastised like this. Where do you think you are? You're in mamar bari or what? So this is Mahaprabhu's mamar bari. Anyone who comes here, takes shelter of Mother Sachi, remembers the glories of Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur, takes darshan of Madan Gopal, which was worshipped by Nilambar Chakravarti Thakur. No doubt Mahaprabhu is very, very pleased, and he will shower his blessings upon all the devotees who comes here and worship this place. This is part of Navadwip. So this morning all of us were in Rudradvip. Now we are back in Navadwip. I offer my respectful obeisances to Narasimha Maharaj. He very kindly gave me an opportunity to say something. I offer my respects to all of you, begging your mercy that one day I may be able to understand and realize what I'm saying. Right now I'm just repeating. I hope one day I'll be able to realize the instruction given in the scriptures, especially in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, and try to put that into practical life. Let us not only come here, take shelter of the Dham, as Mahaprabhu told Bansivadhan Thakur. You heard about Bansivadhan Thakur yesterday in Pratapnagar? Yes? Someone spoke about Bansivadhan Thakur? So Bansivadhan Thakur is incarnation of the flute. So before Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he is one of the devotees that Mahaprabhu told that he is taking sannyas. Bansivadhan Thakur asked for 3 benedictions, and out of which 2 was for the devotees in general to distribute love of Godhead, and 1 was for him. And one very interesting instruction that Mahaprabhu gave in Kulingram is that if you want to get rid of Vaishnava Aparat, go back to your home, Mahaprabhu said in Kulingram, and spread the glories of Krishna's holy name. Don't make Vaishnava Aparat, he said. Serve, he said, Vaishnava Aparat is like taking poison. Glorifying and serving devotees is like taking nectar. Then he said, glorify the devotees, serve the devotees, go back to your home, meaning your respective preaching area, and spread the holy name, and you'll be freed from Vaishnava Aparat. Very interesting. One thing is like serve the devotees, glorify the devotees. Yes, that is definitely part of Vaishnava, getting rid of Vaishnava Aparat. But Mahaprabhu added the 3rd point. Preach. Preach the holy name. Whomever you meet, preach the holy name. You'll be freed from Vaishnava Aparat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you for tolerating me. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Navadwip ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, iskcon Guru Vrinda ki, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. As Maharaj mentioned in the morning, it was the desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur that a Kartik Parikrama be organized. So Jayapataka Maharaj asked me if I can organize the Kartik Parikrama. So for the last 10 years, we have been doing Kartik Parikrama. This will be the 11th year. But the difference between this Parikrama and that Parikrama is that Parikrama, walking is very less, maybe half an hour the whole day. and we use vehicles by boat, and we are out almost 10 to 12 hours a day, and out of which 8 to 9 hours is hearing and chanting. So, and that is end of Kartik. And a lot of hearing and chanting is there. If you are interested, you can visit the Facebook page called Mayapur Chandras. All the information will be there. And you can also go to my Facebook page, Naragopal Das. That information will be there before the parikrama. Like before 3-4 months before, we post that. If you want to get in touch with me, just go to my Facebook page, just write to me, and I can send all the information. We don't take too many devotees. We keep it, take more than 200 devotees, because then it is our, right now for last 10 years, we are not taking more than 200. So first come, first serve. Whoever comes, we take them, and then we close the booking. 200 devotees, many senior devotees. Last time we had the opportunity to, Association of Narasimha Maharaj was there. Many senior devotees come, many Prabhupada disciples come. If you're interested, please get in touch. We'll be happy to serve you. Hare Krishna. This parikrama is 6 days. Yes. Hare.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Eta. গৌর নিতাই জয় গৌর নিতাই। জয় প্রতিপদ শ্রী গৌর নিতাই কি, জয় সন্ধ্যা আরতি কি, জয় সন্ধ্যা আরতিতে যোগদানকারী গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ কি। নম বিষ্ণু পাদায় কৃষ্ণ পৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামিনীতি নামিনে। নমো বিষ্ণু পাদায়। নমস্তে সরস্বতী দেবে গৌরবাণী প্রচারিণে নির্বিশেষ শূন্যবাদী পাশ্চাত্য দেশতারিণে। নমস্তে এবার জয় জয় গোরাচাঁদের আরতিক শোভা। এবার জয় ও জয় গোরাচাঁদের আরতিক শোভা। জয় গোরাচাঁদের আরতিক শোভা। জানা বিতাত বনে জগমনল ভানা বিকাশ মনে জগমনল ভান দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধর। দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধর। এবার দক্ষিণে তাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধর। কাটে অদ্বৈত শ্রেণী ভাষা চক্রধর। কাটে অদ্বৈত শ্রেণী বাসু চক্রধর। কাটে অদ্বৈত শ্রেণী ভাষা চক্রধর। কাটে অদ্বৈত শ্রেণী চক্রধর। বসি আছে গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে। বসি আছে গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে। বসে আছে গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে। আছে গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন
सिंहासने
आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करे नो ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करे नो ब्रह्मा
आदि देवगणे हरे आदि करे चामर ढोला
হরি আদি করি চামর ডোলা
ও হরে আদে করে চামর ঢোলা
হরি আদি করি চামর ডোলা
সঞ্জয় মকন্দ বাসু রসয়াদি গায়
সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু বিগত আদি
সঞ্জয় মকন্দ বাসু রসয়াদি
সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু
শঙ্খ বাজে ঘন্টা বাজে বাজে করতা
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 মধুরা মৃদাঙ্গ বাজে পরম রস
মধুর মৃদাঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসার
মধুরা মৃদাঙ্গ বাজে পরম রস
মধুর মৃদাঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসার
মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর মধুর
মধুর বাজে
মধুর 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 বাজে
মধুর মধুর বাজে
গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
গৌরাঙ্গের আরতির মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
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 গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
গৌরাঙ্গের আরতির মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
গৌরাঙ্গের আরতির মাঝে মধুর 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 বাজে
জয় গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
জয় গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
জয় গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
জয় গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
বহু কোটি চন্দ্র জেনে বাদা নয় জালা
বহু কোটি চন্দ্র যিনি বদন জল
গল দেশে বনমালা করে ঝালমাল
দেশে বনমালা করে ঝালমাল
এবার শিব সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ
শিব সুখ নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ
ঠাকুর কপি বিনাদ দেখে গোরার সম্পদ
বিনার দেখে গোরার সম্পদ
জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌরা ভক্ত বৃন্দ জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ
গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্ত বৃন্দ
জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌরা ভক্ত বৃন্দ জয় শ্রী
কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গোবিন্দ
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে
হরে রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে হরে
কৃষ্ণ
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে রাম রাম রাম
রাম হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ
কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ
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 হরে 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 রাম রাম রাম
রাম হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango,
Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango,
Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango,
Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango.
Gaura 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 Hare,
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 Gaura 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 Hare.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare,
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare,
Nadiya Bihari Jaya Gaura Hare,
Nadiya Bihari Gaura Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, গৌরনিতাই জয় গৌরনিতাই
গৌরনিতাই গৌরনিতাই গৌরনিতাই জয় গৌরনিতাই
জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ
জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 প্রভুপাদ
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল গৌর হরি বল
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল গৌর হরি বল
নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল
গৌর হরি বল জয় প্রতিমা শ্রী গৌরতাই কি জয় গুরুশিল প্রভুপাদ কি
জয়
সমবেত গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ কি
জয়
জয় নৃসিংহদেব ভগবান কি
জয়
ভক্ত শ্রেষ্ঠ প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ কি
জয়
নমস্তে নরসিংহায়
নমস্তে নরসিংহায়
নমস্তে নরসিংহায়
নমস্তে নরসিংহায়
প্রহ্লাদ দায়িনে
প্রহ্লাদ দায়িনে
প্রহ্লাদ দায়িনে
প্রহ্লাদ দায়িনে
হিরণ্যকশিপুর বক্ষঃ
কৌশিপুর বক্ষঃ
হিরণ্যকশিপুর বক্ষঃ
কৌশিপুর বক্ষঃ
হিরণ্যকশিপুর বক্ষঃ
কৌশিপুর বক্ষঃ
শিলটঙ্কন খালয়ে
শিলটঙ্কন কালয়ে
শিলটঙ্কন খালয়ে
শিলটঙ্কন কালয়ে
ইতো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
তো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
ইতো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
তো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
ইতো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
তো নৃসিংহ পরত নৃসিংহ
যত যত যামি তত 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 নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ে নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ের নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ে নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ের নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ে নৃসিংহ
বহির নৃসিংহ হৃদয়ের নৃসিংহ
নৃসিংহ মদিম শরণং প্রপদে
নরসিংহ মাদিং শরণাম দপদে
নরসিংহ মদিম শরণং প্রপদে
নরসিংহ মাদিং শরণাম দপদে
কর কমল বরে মাতাম অদ্ভুত শৃঙ্গাম
হরি বল।
দলিত হিরণ্যকশিপু তনভৃঙ্গাম কেশবধৃত নরহরি রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে প্রভু জয় জগদীশ হরে
তবু কর কমল বরে নাকাম অদ্ভুত সিংহ দলিত হিরণ্যকশিপু তনভৃঙ্গ কেশবধৃত নরহরি রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে
তব কর কমল বরে নাকাম অদ্ভুত শৃঙ্গাম दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे प्रभु जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल बरे नाका अद्भुत सिंह दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तन भृंग केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे प्रभु जय जगदीश हरे जय जय केशवधृता नरहरिरूप हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जय केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे
प्रभु जय जगदीश हरे प्रभु जय जगदीश हरे
जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव
जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्रीला प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर
हरि बोल हरि बोल
So we'll have Hindi translation again.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, the first question the devotee has asked, how can we understand the point that although Vasudev Datta offered himself to deliver the universe, we are still conditioned here? Could you please explain little more about this? तो इनका प्रश्न है कि वासुदेव दत्ता ने चैतन्य महाप्रभु से प्रार्थना किया था कि सब बद्ध जीवों का उद्धार हो जाए, लेकिन अभी भी हम सब बद्ध जीव हैं, तो इसको कैसे समझ सकते हैं?
Well, we have to understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his inconceivable power, he could liberate all the souls from the world. And then, after they were all liberated, then there were so many other conditioned souls came to fill up the world again.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने अपने अचिंत्य शक्ति से सारे बद्ध जीवों का उद्धार कर दिया था, और फिर उन सब का उद्धार होने के बाद और दूसरे बद्ध जीव दोबारा से उन्होंने इस पृथ्वी को फिर से भरा.
There's no scarcity of conditioned souls, right?
तो
Vasudev Datta took the sins of all the sinful people.
तो बद्ध जीवों का कोई कमी नहीं है. वासुदेव दत्ता ने सारे पापी जीवों के पाप को मुक्त कर दिया था.
So he took the sins for all the people in this planet, on this planet. But there's so many other living entities, there's so many universes, there's an infinite number of universes in the material world. So there's an infinite number of sinful conditioned souls.
तो वासुदेव दत्ता जी ने इस प्लेनेट के जितने भी कंडीशनड सोल हैं, बद्ध जीवों का उद्धार किया था, लेकिन बद्ध जीवों की जो संख्या है बहुत ज्यादा है. बहुत सारे प्लेनेट हैं और बहुत सारे अलग अलग जीव हैं, और बद्ध जीवों की कोई कमी नहीं है.
So by the desire of Vasudev Datta, they were all liberated. All the sinful people from this planet were liberated. After they were all liberated, then the other conditioned souls came and filled up the place.
तो वासुदेव दत्ता जी की इच्छा से इस प्लेनेट के जितने भी पापमय जीव हैं उन सब का उद्धार हुआ था, लेकिन फिर से दूसरे जो जीव हैं इस तरह के उन्होंने आके इस प्लेनेट पे फिर से आए.
Srila Prabhupada explains this compassion of Vasudev Datta was millions of times greater than that of Jesus Christ.
तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी इसको बताते हैं कि वासुदेव दत्ता का जो ऐसा उदार हृदय है, ये जीसस क्राइस्ट से मिलियन गुना ज्यादा है.
Jesus Christ died for the sin. He said he gave his life for the sins of the people, but didn't stop them from sinning. He didn't liberate them back to Godhead.
तो ऐसा बताया जाता है कि जीसस क्राइस्ट ने अपना जीवन दे दिया लोगों के पाप के वजह से, लेकिन उन्होंने लोगों को पाप मुक्त नहीं किया, उन्होंने उनको इस भौतिक स्थिति से मुक्त नहीं किया.
And Jesus only talks about the people, but Vasudev Datta wanted to free all the conditioned living entities.
तो जीसस क्राइस्ट केवल मनुष्यों की बात करते हैं, लेकिन वासुदेव दत्ता हर प्रकार के जीव की बात करते हैं.
So many living entities are here on this planet. Just imagine how many living entities there are.
केवल इसी प्लेनेट पे इतने सारे असंख्य जीव हैं. जब सोच के देखिए कि कितने ज्यादा संख्या है जीवों का.
And Vasudev Datta desired that they should all be liberated, they should be free.
और वासुदेव दत्ता चाहते थे कि उन सब का के ऊपर कृपा हो और वो मुक्त हो.
And by the desire of the devotee, the Lord arranged that they could all be liberated.
और ऐसे भक्त की इच्छा के कारण भगवान ने ऐसा व्यवस्था किया कि वो सब मुक्त हो गए.
But after they were all liberated, there's no scarcity. It's not like the whole material world is going to come to an end. There's so many more conditioned souls who will fill up the place again.
तो वो सारे भक्तों का और लोगों का उद्धार होने के बाद इस भौतिक जगत के और जो इतने सारे असंख्य बद्ध जीव हैं, वो फिर यहाँ पे दोबारा से आए.
So you have to understand the nature of the material existence. And material existence is only 1/4 compared to the spiritual world.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि आध्यात्मिक जगत की अपेक्षा में जो भौतिक जगत है केवल 1/4 हिस्सा है.
There's so many more liberated souls in the spiritual world.
और आध्यात्मिक जगत में बहुत सारे मुक्त जीव हैं.
Often we just think only life is only here on this one planet. That is a very limited understanding of life.
तो अधिकांश बार हम ऐसा ही केवल सोचते हैं कि जीवन केवल पृथ्वी पर ही है, लेकिन ये बहुत अपूर्ण समझ है.
Living entities are everywhere. Even on the sun planet there are so many living entities and they have bodies of fire.
तो जीवात्माएं जो है हर एक प्लेनेट पे हैं, यहाँ तक कि सूर्य ऊपर भी हैं और उनके जो शरीर हैं वो अग्निमय हैं.
So we learn about all of these things from the Vedic literature, how there are 14 different levels of planetary systems and there are living entities on all these different levels.
तो हम ये ग्रंथों के द्वारा पता करते हैं कि कैसे 14 भुवन हैं और हर एक के ऊपर जीव हैं.
It's an infinite number of living entities.
तो इसमें असंख्य नंबर हैं जो जीवात्माओं का.
One time Srila Prabhupada was in Australia and he was lecturing about some of the inconceivable features of this material world.
शिला प्रभुपाद जी एक बार ऑस्ट्रेलिया में थे और इस भौतिक जगत के अचिंत्य स्वभाव के बारे में चर्चा कर रहे थे.
He was telling how there's Timingala fish and the Timingala fish is so big it can swallow a whale.
शिला प्रभुपाद जी तिमिंगला मछली के बारे में बता रहे थे और वो कह रहे थे इतनी बड़ी होती है कि वो एक व्हेल को भी पूरा खा लेती है.
Whales are, they're huge, they're really gigantic creatures. But the Timingala fish is so big, it can just swallow a whale whole, no problem.
तो व्हेल जो है अपने आप में इतनी बड़ी मछली है, लेकिन तिमिंगला मछली जो है वो इतनी बड़ी है कि पूरी व्हेल को एक बार में निगल जाती है.
And then Prabhupada was describing about how some birds, they fly from one planet to another.
और शिला प्रभुपाद जी उस समय फिर ये भी बता रहे थे कि कुछ ऐसे पक्षी भी हैं जो एक प्लेनेट से दूसरे प्लेनेट पर उड़ जाते हैं.
They're very big, powerful birds and they can fly just like Garuda, the Garuda he's so powerful, he's the carrier of Lord Vishnu. So there are other birds similar, something like Garuda, they can also travel out in outer space.
तो उदाहरण के लिए जैसे कि गरुड़ है और जो कि भगवान के वाहन है, ऐसे और भी कई सारे शक्तिशाली पक्षी हैं जो कि एक ग्रह से दूसरे तक जा सकते हैं.
So Srila Prabhupada was describing these things and one of the devotees, he said Srila Prabhupada, he said Srila Prabhupada, it all sounds so fantastic, that we've got all these inconceivable creatures everywhere.
तो शिला प्रभुपाद जी ने बताया कि ऐसे अद्भुत अलग अलग जीवों को देखकर हम समझ सकते हैं कितना अद्भुत लगता है इनको देखने से.
So Srila Prabhupada just looked at him and said, "What do you know? You're still in the womb of your mother."
और शिला प्रभुपाद जी ने भक्तों की ओर देख के बोला, आप लोग क्या जानते हो, अभी तो आप अपने माता के गर्भ में ही हो.
So that is our position. There's so many things we don't know about the world, and when we hear about these potencies of the Lord, it's difficult for us to understand.
तो हमारा ऐसा ही स्थिति है, हम इस भौतिक जगत के भी बहुत सारी चीजों को नहीं जानते, लेकिन जब हम भगवान के अचिंत्य शक्ति को समझेंगे तब हम समझ पाएंगे कि कैसे ये कार्य करता है.
But the fact is there are so many things which are just inconceivable to our very limited understanding.
तो लेकिन सच बात यह है कि हमारी बहुत ही छोटी सी जो जानकारी है उसके हिसाब से बहुत सारी चीजें हैं हमारे समझ से बाहर हैं.
And if you want to understand the Lord, you have to understand that there is such a thing as achintya shakti, the inconceivable potencies of the Lord.
लेकिन जब हम भगवान को समझेंगे तो फिर और ये भी समझ पाएंगे कि भगवान की अचिंत्य शक्ति है जिससे ये सब संभव है. Thank you, Maharaj. Next question. As mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, devotees connect with Krishna through different forms, types of relationship, like that of a parent, lover, friend, etc. I would like to know which relationship you relish with the Lord.
Well, I relish the same relationship all of you relish, I hope. That is the relish of Dasya, the servant.
तो भक्त ने प्रश्न पूछा है कि भगवान के साथ सभी भक्तों का कुछ कुछ संबंध होता है, जैसे कि माधुर्य या फिर वात्सल्य या फिर दास्य, तो आपका कौन सा संबंध है? तो महाराज बता रहे कि मेरा भी वही संबंध है जो आप सबका है, जो कि दास्य रस है.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught that Jivarsvarupahaya Nitya Krishna Das, that the constitutional position of all living entities is to be the servant of the Lord.
तो श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने बताया कि सभी जीवों का स्वाभाविक स्थिति है कि भगवान के नित्य दास हैं.
Without being the servant, how will you ever come to any other relationship of the Lord?
और दास का भाव रखे बिना कैसे हम किसी भी और संबंध को समझ सकते हैं भगवान के साथ?
Friendship, parenthood, conjugal love, all of these relationships, they're all mixed with servitude, being the servant. Without being the servant, you can never have any relationship with the Lord.
तो भगवान से साख्य, भगवान से माधुर्य रसी इत्यादि, ये सभी रस जो हैं, इसमें दास्य रस जुड़ा हुआ है. बिना दास्य रस के कोई भी और संबंध भगवान से रखना संभव नहीं है.
Just like the elements of the material world, earth, water, fire, air and ether, we find that in ether there's the quality of sound. But when we come to the next element, air, there's the quality of sound as well as touch.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि जैसे जो भौतिक पदार्थ भी हैं, जो पंच तत्व है, उसमें भी एक दूसरे का संबंध है. महाराज सॉरी, आई मिस द जस्ट लाइक
air has the quality of touch as well as sound. In ether, there's only the quality of sound.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि जैसे ईथर में केवल साउंड का यानी कि सुनने का गुण है, और एयर में टच और साउंड दोनों गुण हैं.
But when we come to fire, there's the quality of form as well as touch as well as sound.
लेकिन जो अग्नि है उसमें फॉर्म, टच और साउंड तीनों हैं.
And when you come to the quality of water, then water has taste as well as form, as well as touch, as well as sound.
और जब हम जल की बात करें तो उसमें टेस्ट, फॉर्म, टच, साउंड ये सब उपलब्ध हैं.
And when you come to earth, then earth has the quality of the aroma, the smell, the fragrance of the earth. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the original fragrance of the earth. But it also has taste, it also has form, it also has touch, and also sound.
तो तब अब पृथ्वी की अगर बात करें तो उसमें खुशबू है, एरोमा, और उसके साथ में उसमें टेस्ट, फॉर्म, टच और साउंड भी है.
In a similar way, if you are in the rasa of friendship, there must also be the mood of being the servant.
तो इसी तरह से अगर किसी का साख्य भाव है भगवान से, तो उसमें दास्य भाव भी होगा.
And if you're in the mood of parenthood, vatsalya ras, then there must also be that friendship as well as servant.
इसी तरह से अगर किसी का वात्सल्य भाव में भगवान से संबंध है, तो उसमें साख्य भी होगा और उसमें दास्य भाव भी होगा.
And so when we come to the madhurya ras, then there's also the mood of parenthood as well as friendship as well as servitude.
और इसी तरह से जब माधुर्य रस की बात करेंगे तो उसमें वात्सल्य, साख्य और दास्य ये सभी रस जुड़े होंगे.
So before you try to understand any other ras, just try to understand what it means to be the servant.
किसी भी और अन्य रस को समझने से पहले ज्यादा अच्छा होगा कि हम पहले समझें कि एक दास्य भाव क्या है.
Ekala Ishwara Krishna or Sabhritya. there is one supreme controller and all others are his servants.
केवल एक परम नियंता है और बाकी सब उनके दास हैं.
But you're not even in the mood of being the servant and you want to understand other rasas. How is it possible?
तो लेकिन अगर आप अभी दास्य के भाव में भी नहीं है तो दूसरे रसों को समझना आप चाहते हैं, ऐसे कैसे संभव होगा?
So first become the servant.
तो पहले दास्य भाव को लाइए.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Maharaj. Next question, devotee has asked, today morning we heard that prasadam should be distributed not only to poor but to rich and everyone. But if we don't sing Hari Naam while distributing prasadam or doing food for life, is there any point in such distribution? So, भक्त का प्रश्न है कि आपने सुबह बताया कि गरीबों को भी और अमीरों को सबको प्रसाद मिलना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर हम केवल प्रसाद बांट रहे हैं लेकिन हरि नाम उसके साथ में नहीं कर रहे तो क्या उसका कुछ लाभ होगा?
Not really, no. If you don't chant Hare Krishna, you simply give out food to people and they don't know you're Hare Krishna, they don't know that you're giving them prasadam, you simply give them some food, they have a material conception of it, there is no spiritual benefit.
तो महाराज ने बताया कि अगर हम हरे कृष्णा नहीं बोल रहे और अगर उन लोगों को पता नहीं है कि वो कृष्ण प्रसाद है, ऐसे ही सोच रहे हैं कि बस ये किसी तरह का भोजन है, तो फिर उनका भौतिक दृष्टिकोण से ही वो उसको देख पाएंगे और उनको कोई उसका लाभ नहीं होगा.
People don't have faith in prasadam, so how will they ever get the benefit of prasadam?
उनको जब तक प्रसाद में विश्वास नहीं होगा तो उसका लाभ कैसे मिलेगा?
So Srila Prabhupada began the program to distribute prasadam in Mayapur, but the program was that people had to come to Mayapur and sit there and take prasadam and eat it there. They were not allowed to take it away with them.
तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ने जब मायापुर में प्रसादम वितरण का योजना बनाया तो उन्होंने ऐसा योजना बनाया कि लोगों को वहां पर आना होता था, बैठना होता था और बैठकर प्रसाद पाना होता था, उसको अपने साथ नहीं ले जा सकते थे.
Srila Prabhupada said if they take it home, they will mix it with fish.
प्रभुपाद जी कहते थे कि अगर उसको घर ले जाएंगे तो मछली इत्यादि से उसको मिला के खाएंगे.
We know Bengali people, they all eat fish.
तो हम लोग जानते कि बंगाली सब लोग मछली खाते हैं.
And if you simply give them prasadam and they take it home, they'll cook it with their fish.
और अगर प्रसाद दे दिया उनको, घर ले जाएंगे और मछली के साथ बना के खाएंगे.
That's offense.
वो अपराध है.
We don't want to encourage offense. Prabhupada said they should eat the prasadam there in the temple.
तो हम इस तरह से अपराध को बढ़ाना नहीं चाहते उनके, तो हम चाहते हैं कि वो वहीं पे ही प्रसाद पाएं. श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ऐसा चाहते थे.
And when we would distribute the prasad, at that time there should be also kirtan. They should hear the holy name.
और जब हम प्रसाद का वितरण भी करें तो उस समय कीर्तन होना चाहिए, हरि नाम होना चाहिए.
We're not just running a food kitchen for the poor.
हम केवल गरीबों के लिए एक रसोई नहीं चला रहे.
We want to give people spiritual benefit.
हम लोगों को आध्यात्मिक लाभ देना चाहते हैं.
And it's important they should know that this is prasad, this is the mercy of Krishna. It's prepared by devotees, it's offered to Krishna. It's spiritual food, it's not material.
तो उनको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये कृष्ण प्रसाद है, ये भगवान की कृपा है, ये भगवान के भक्तों द्वारा बनाया गया है और भगवान को अर्पित किया गया है, ये भौतिक वस्तु नहीं है.
So there's no real benefit to just giving people food if you're not chanting Hare Krishna and they don't know you're a devotee.
तो इसका कोई लाभ नहीं होगा कि अगर हम उनको पता नहीं कि ये कृष्ण प्रसाद है या फिर आप हरे कृष्णा कीर्तन के साथ उनको उसको नहीं देते. Thank you. Next question, Maharaj. I want to have very good relationship with all the devotees, but sometimes due to my anarthas like fault finding, enviousness, I am not able to do that. And I always have a heavy heart. When I get to know devotees are not happy with me, even my chanting, service and my mind get disturbed. How to overcome this problem? तो ये भक्त का प्रश्न है कि मैं चाहता हूं कि सभी भक्तों से बहुत सुंदर संबंध हो, लेकिन मेरे अपनी कमी के कारण मैं उनमें गलतियां ढूंढता हूँ और ईर्ष्या इत्यादि से पीड़ित रहता हूँ, तो उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि उसको कैसे संभालें, क्योंकि जब ऐसा होता है तो हृदय बहुत भारी लगता है, और ये जब पता होता है कि भक्त मेरे से खुश नहीं है तो मेरा किसी भी सेवा में जप में मन नहीं लगता।
So you have to be patient, you have to keep practicing the process. Bhakti yoga, you continue to practice faithfully, you follow the process, and gradually you will change.
तो महाराज बोल रहे कि इसमें आपको धैर्य रखना चाहिए, और जो विधि दिया है, भक्ति का जो विधि है, उसको बहुत अच्छे से उसका पालन करते जाइए, और फिर आप इसको ठीक कर पाएंगे।
Just like, some of us, we come to Krishna consciousness with some heavy karma. We have some, past different things, bad habits which we had before becoming devotees.
जिस प्रकार से हम लोग जब कृष्ण भक्ति में आते हैं तो कई बार बहुत भारी कर्म लेकर के आते हैं, कुछ बहुत बुरा पुराना आदतें होता है उसके साथ आते हैं।
So it takes some time for us to get over these bad habits and to change ourselves.
तो इसमें कई बार समय लग जाता है अपनी बुरी आदतों से पार पाने में और अच्छे से अपने आप को भक्ति में लगाने के।
But you've come to the right place. You just remain in Krishna consciousness. You just remain and be very determined that you're not going to give up, and practice very faithfully, and certainly for sure in course of time you will change and you'll become a happier, more peaceful person.
तो महाराज ने बोला कि लेकिन अच्छा बात यह है कि आप सही स्थान में पहुंच चुके हैं, इसलिए निश्चय के साथ और पूरे विश्वास के साथ हमें भक्ति की विधियों का अच्छे से पालन करना चाहिए, और जब आप इसको अच्छे से पालन करेंगे तो समय के साथ आप देखेंगे कि आपके अंदर परिवर्तन आ गया। थैंक यू महाराज। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, आवर नवदीप परिक्रमा इज ओवर नाउ, व्हाट थिंग्स वी मस्ट इम्प्रूव इन आवर लाइफ टू इम्प्रूव भक्ति एंड प्रीचिंग। तो भक्त का प्रश्न है कि नवदीप परिक्रमा खत्म हो रहा है, और ऐसा क्या करें अपने जीवन, अपनी भक्ति को और अपने प्रचार को और बढ़ाने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
Well, you have to just keep up your enthusiasm for distributing Krishna consciousness.
महाराज बोले कि अपने उत्साह को बना के रखिए कृष्ण भावनामृत को प्रचार करने के लिए।
Just like you had the enthusiasm to come out here and to take part in the parikrama and to complete the parikrama, so you should have that same enthusiasm to complete the course of Krishna consciousness.
तो जिस प्रकार से आपके अंदर इतना उत्साह था, जिस उत्साह के कारण आप यहाँ पर आए और आपने पूरा परिक्रमा किया, इसी उत्साह के साथ इस पूरे जीवन भर हमें भक्ति के विधि में लगे रहना है।
You have to be thinking about how to give Krishna to others.
आपको हमेशा ये सोचते रहना चाहिए कि कृष्ण भक्ति दूसरों को कैसे दिया जाए।
The more you give the mercy, the more you get the mercy.
जितना ज्यादा आप कृपा दूसरों को देंगे उतना ज्यादा कृपा आपको मिलेगा।
So we've come on the parikrama, we're getting mercy here on parikrama.
जिस प्रकार से आप अभी परिक्रमा में हम सब आए हैं तो हमें यहाँ पर कृपा मिल रहा है।
Srila Prabhupada wanted that we would come to Mayapur, take part in the Gaur Purnima festival, and then go back to our fields and with greater enthusiasm continue the preaching work.
श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ऐसा चाहते थे कि हम लोग मायापुर में आए, गौर पूर्णिमा में बहुत धूमधाम से उस त्योहार को बनाएं और वापस अपने प्रचार क्षेत्र में जाएं और वहां पे खूब जोर से प्रचार करें।
So it's not that, we go back to our preaching field and think, I need a rest, I've been in Mayapur for a month or a few weeks, so I went on parikrama, I need a month's rest to recover.
तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप वहां वापस जाएं अपने शहर और बोलें कि अरे मैं मायापुर में था कुछ एक महीने के लिए या कुछ हफ्तों के लिए, और या फिर अभी परिक्रमा करके आया हूं, मुझे कम से कम एक महीना का आराम चाहिए।
We should be eager. We go back to our zone and be eager to take up more work, to be eager for more service.
तो हमें बड़ा उत्साहित होना चाहिए कि और ज्यादा वापस जाके और ज्यादा सेवा करें भगवान
and to share whatever we have learned here in the holy dham.
और यहाँ पे भगवान के धाम में जो हमने सीखा है उसको दूसरों को भी बताएं।
So we have to be, as Rupa Goswami says, utsahan nischayat dhairyat. This enthusiasm, and then patience and determination.
तो जिस प्रकार से महाराज बोले कि श्रील रूप गोस्वामी बताते हैं उत्साह निश्चय धैर्य, तो तीनों चीजें बना के रखना.
Prabhupada said, in every endeavor, these things are very important.
श्रील प्रभुपाद जी कहते हैं किसी भी कार्य को करने के लिए ये तीनों चीजें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हैं.
So we have to apply these three principles in our practice of Krishna consciousness.
तो अपने भक्तिमय जीवन में भी ये तीनों चीजों को लगाने का प्रयास करना चाहिए.
Prabhupada always appreciated the enthusiasm of the devotees. He knew we didn't know very much. We were not very advanced. We were not very knowledgeable. We were not very cultured. But we had that enthusiasm. Whatever Prabhupada said, we were so enthusiastic to do it.
तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी हम भक्तों के उत्साह की बहुत सराहना करते थे. श्रील प्रभुपाद जी जानते थे कि हम लोग बहुत ज्ञानवान भी नहीं हैं, बहुत ज्यादा प्रगति भी नहीं कर चुके हैं अभी भक्ति में, और इस हमारा कोई बहुत कल्चर नहीं है, संस्कृति नहीं था, लेकिन प्रभुपाद जी हमारे उत्साह को देखकर बहुत खुश होते थे.
So enthusiasm very important, but at the same time patience is also important. We want to become pure devotees, we have to understand it's going to take some time.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि जैसे उत्साह बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, उसके साथ धैर्य भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. हम शुद्ध भक्ति करना चाहते हैं, इसमें कुछ समय लगेगा हमें शुद्ध होने में.
It's not we just touch the feet of the pure devotee and immediately we become pure devotees.
ऐसा नहीं है कि हम किसी शुद्ध भक्त के चरण को छू लें और हम भी एकदम से शुद्ध भक्त बन जाएंगे.
And then determination, we have to be very determined that we're going to go on, no matter what difficulties come, no matter what obstacles confront us, we're not going to give up.
और हमारे अंदर ये बहुत गहरा निश्चय होना चाहिए कि कुछ भी हो जाए, कितना भी कठिनाई आ जाए, मैं अपने इस भक्ति में प्रयास में लगा रहूंगा.
So these things are very important in our practice of devotional service.
तो हमारे भक्तिमय जीवन में ये चीजें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हैं. Thank you, Maharaj. Next question, a devotee has asked, I think I have not received complete mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because even after Navadwip Parikrama, my consciousness is not that much improved, and also my chanting is same or a little improved. तो भक्त कह रहे हैं कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु का पूरा कृपा नहीं मिला, क्योंकि नवद्वीप परिक्रमा के बाद चेतना भी लगभग वैसी बनी हुई है और जब भी वैसा ही होता है.
Well, your chanting is a little improved. That's a good thing. That's a great, and just keep going on parikrama.
तो महाराज कह रहे कि आपका जब थोड़ा सुधरा है, ये तो बहुत अच्छी चीज है, तो आप परिक्रमा में चलते रहिए.
At least you're chanting. There are many people not chanting. So at least you're chanting, and if your chanting is improving, these are very positive signs.
तो महाराज कह रहे कम से कम आप जप कर रहे हो. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग जप नहीं करते, और आपका जप अगर सुधर रहा है, ये तो बहुत अच्छा लक्षण है. आप आगे लगे रहिए.
But you're being very humble. You know, the devotees who are pure, they're naturally humble.
तो लेकिन वास्तविकता में आप बहुत विनम्र हैं. तो जो भक्त बहुत शुद्ध होते हैं, वो विनम्र भी होते हैं.
And I remember there's one Vaishnava song we sing. The devotee says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give so much mercy and not a drop of it touched me.
तो महाराज कह रहे कि एक ऐसा वैष्णव भजन वो जानते हैं जिसमें कि भक्त कह रहे कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु इतना सारा कृपा बांटने आए, लेकिन उसमें एक बूंद भी मुझे छुआ नहीं.
And one of the Vaishnava acharyas, he said, Jagarai madai haiti muni se papishta purushera kita haiti muni se lagishta. He said, I am more sinful than Jagai and Madhai.
तो एक और वैष्णव आचार्य बोलते हैं कि मैं जगाई और मधाई से भी ज्यादा पापी हूँ.
Anyone who hears my name, they will lose their pious activities.
और कोई भी अगर मेरा नाम सुनेगा तो वो अपने सारे पुण्य को क्षीण कर देगा.
And anyone who utters my name, they'll become sinful.
और अगर मेरा नाम कोई लेगा तो वो भी पापी हो जाएगा।
So only the mercy of Lord Nityananda could deliver such a soul as fallen as myself.
केवल भगवान नित्यानंद प्रभु का कृपा ही मेरे जैसे पापी का उद्धार कर सकता है।
This is Vrindavan Das Thakur, who was a disciple of Lord Nityananda.
ये श्रीला वृंदावन दास ठाकुर जी कह रहे थे, जो कि नित्यानंद प्रभु के शिष्य थे।
And Narottam Das Thakur also says, he glorifies that Lord Chaitanya has come to deliver the fallen souls. So he said, my claim should be first, because I'm the most fallen.
इसी प्रकार से नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर भी कहते हैं कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु सारे पतित जीवों का उद्धार करने के लिए आए हैं, और मेरा जो इसमें नंबर है सबसे पहला होना चाहिए, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा पतित मैं हूँ।
So the devotee was saying that he didn't think he got the full mercy of Lord Chaitanya, that he'd been here on the Parikrama, but he hasn't had the real mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
तो ये भक्त विनम्र है जो कह रहे हैं कि उनको परिक्रमा में आए और उनको चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा नहीं मिल पाया।
But he's been here, he's been in the Dham, he's been on the Parikrama. That is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि ये भक्त जो बोल रहे ऐसा, लेकिन ये भक्त यहाँ पे रहे, धाम में रहे, इन्होंने सारा परिक्रमा किया, तो ये है चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा।
You think Lord Chaitanya has to come and bless you with this touch of his lotus hand on your head or something?
आपको क्या लगता है कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु को आना होगा और आपको अपने हाथ से छूना होगा आपके सिर को?
The mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that he's given us a holy name to chant. He's given us this process of devotional service.
तो भगवान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा ये है कि उन्होंने हमें हरि नाम दिया है, उन्होंने हमें भक्ति दिया है।
We just have to take it up wholeheartedly and try to understand how fortunate we are.
हमें उसको पूरे हृदय से, हृदय खोल के उसको स्वीकार करना चाहिए और ये समझना चाहिए कि हम लोग कितना सौभाग्यशाली हैं।
And we have to go on and work to give that mercy, to distribute it to everyone.
और हमें ऐसा पूरा प्रयास करना चाहिए कि वो कृपा जो हमें मिल रहा है उसको हम दूसरों को भी दें।
So the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. It's just appreciating that mercy.
तो श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा तो है, बस ये कि उसको समझना है और समझना है कि हम कितना सौभाग्यशाली हैं।
But it's natural that as a devotee you want to get more mercy.
लेकिन ये भी स्वाभाविक है भक्त होने के नाते कि आप और ज्यादा कृपा चाहते हैं।
Just like prasadam, we never get enough.
जैसे कि प्रसाद जितना भी मिल जाए उतना कम है।
We're always saying more, ani or.
हम कह रहे हैं और चाहिए, अने और।
And so mercy is like that. It's unlimited. We want to get unlimited mercy.
तो कृपा ऐसे ही है, हमें असीमित चाहिए, खूब सारा कृपा चाहिए।
So we're in the right process. This is the ocean of mercy, the Sankirtan movement.
तो हम बिल्कुल सही रास्ते पे हैं, यहाँ पे कृपा का समुद्र है ये संकीर्तन आंदोलन।
And the more we engage in this Sankirtan movement, the more we will see the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
और जितना ज्यादा हम संकीर्तन आंदोलन में अपने आप को लगाएंगे, उतना ज्यादा श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की कृपा को अनुभव कर पाएंगे।
Without Mahaprabhu's mercy, where would we be? What would we be doing?
चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा नहीं होता तो हम कहाँ होते और क्या कर रहे होते?
Just imagine what are all these conditioned souls doing in the material world.
एक बार सोच के देखिए कि इस भौतिक जगत में जो जीव हैं, भौतिक बद्ध जीव, वो क्या कर रहे हैं?
Look at their lifestyle, their habits, the food they eat, the clothes they wear, how they live. There's nothing attractive in the material world.
उन लोगों को एक बार सोच के देखिए उनका जीवन कैसा है, उनका जीवन शैली कैसा है, कैसा वो पहनते हैं, कैसा वो खाते हैं, कैसा उनका जीवन है, कुछ भी आकर्षण करने वाला नहीं है उनके जीवन में।
But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is offering us the ocean of bliss, the ever-expanding ocean of bliss.
लेकिन श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के इस आंदोलन में हमें खुशी का समुद्र है, इसमें और हमेशा वो बढ़ता जा रहा है वो आनंद.
In Shikshastikam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam. Like the ocean of unlimited bliss.
तो शिक्षाष्टकम में चैतन्य महाप्रभु इसको देते हैं और बता रहे कैसे वहां पे समुद्र है इस आनंद का.
It's all there in the chanting of the holy names, and the chanting of the holy names is there in the Sankirtan movement.
और ये सब है भगवान के दिव्य नामों के जप में, और ये है संकीर्तन आंदोलन में उपलब्ध है.
This is the activity of the spiritual world.
ये आध्यात्मिक जगत का गतिविधि है.
We're already here in the spiritual world. This dham, this is not the material world. This is the spiritual world.
हम लोग अभी आध्यात्मिक जगत में ही हैं. ये धाम जो है ये भौतिक जगत नहीं है, ये आध्यात्मिक जगत है.
You're thinking you didn't get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? You got so much mercy.
आपको लगता है कि आपको चैतन्य महाप्रभु का कृपा नहीं मिला? आपको बहुत सारा कृपा मिला.
We have to just appreciate how much mercy we are getting at every moment.
हमें इसको जानना चाहिए और अपने सौभाग्यशाली समझना चाहिए कितना कृपा हमें हर एक क्षण पे मिल रहा है यहाँ पर.
Lord Krishna, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has saved us. He has given us this most joyful process.
परम भगवान कृष्ण श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के रूप में आके हमें उन्होंने बचाते हैं और उन्होंने हमें ये आनंद से भरा हुआ भक्ति का विधि दिया.
We got more questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Next question, Maharaj. How to be present-minded in spiritual activities? I was in between very vibrant atmosphere, but I noticed multiple times that my mind was wandering here and there. तो भक्त का प्रश्न है कि कैसे आध्यात्मिक चीजों में एक बहुत ही अच्छे आध्यात्मिक वातावरण में रहते हुए भी मेरा मन जो है बार बार इधर उधर भटकता है, तो इसको क्या करना चाहिए?
Well, it's the nature of the mind to wander here and there. We just have to train the mind. We have to practice. Wherever the mind wanders, you bring it back.
तो महाराज कह रहे कि मन का ये स्वभाव है इधर उधर भटकना, तो हमें अपने मन को ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा. जहां भी मन इधर उधर जाएगा उसको वापस लाना पड़ेगा.
We heard even Arjuna, we know in Bhagavad Gita, even Arjuna said he couldn't control his mind. His mind was so restless.
भगवत गीता में हम सुनते हैं कि अर्जुन भी अपने मन को नियंत्रित नहीं कर पा रहे थे. वो कह रहे थे मेरा मन बहुत अनियंत्रित.
But Lord Krishna told him, yes, I know it's difficult, but it's possible by constant practice and detachment.
तो परम भगवान कृष्ण ने उत्तर में कहा कि हाँ ये मुश्किल है लेकिन संभव है, और ये दो चीजों से, एक लगातार प्रयासरत रहने से और डिटैचमेंट से.
So we have to practice bringing the mind back. When the mind does wander, bring it back. Don't allow the mind to remain on the material thoughts, but bring it back.
तो हमें इसको बार बार प्रयासरत रहना पड़ेगा. जब भी हमारा मन जो है भौतिक चीजों में भटकेगा तो हमें उसको वापस लाने का प्रयास करना चाहिए.
And then don't keep attachment to the material. Cultivate the attachment for Krishna consciousness.
और भौतिक जगत की चीजों के प्रति ज्यादा आसक्ति के प्रति आसक्ति नहीं बढ़ाना चाहिए. कृष्ण भावनामृत के प्रति आसक्ति बढ़ाना चाहिए.
So abhyasena tu kontya vairagyena chagiriyate. The vairagya, the detachment, is also a part of the process.
तो वैराग्य भी हमारा इस पूरे प्रोसेस का एक भाग है.
We have, if we're holding on to the material world, the thoughts of enjoying the material world, then it will be difficult to give up the thoughts of material enjoyment.
अगर हम हमेशा भौतिक जगत में सुखी होने का और एंजॉय करने का जो विचार है उसको ही बना के रखेंगे तो फिर उससे बच पाना बहुत मुश्किल होगा.
So we have to let go of the material. And the process to let go of the material is simply to hold on to Krishna.
तो हमें इस भौतिक चेतना से दूर होना होगा और इसका जो सबसे अच्छा तरीका है कि भगवान के साथ जुड़ना.
So the more we study Prabhupada's books, read Prabhupada's books and practice everything in Prabhupada's, then the more we will forget about the material life.
तो जितना ज्यादा हम श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी का पुस्तकें पढ़ेंगे उतना ज्यादा भौतिक जीवन के बारे में भूल जाएंगे.
So very important, not only distributing Prabhupada's books, but reading them and knowing what's in Prabhupada's books.
तो ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी की पुस्तकों वितरण करने के साथ साथ उनको पढ़ना और समझना कि उसमें क्या दिया हुआ है.
And then applying also what's in Prabhupada's books.
और जो श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी की पुस्तकों में दिया है उसको अपने जीवन में उतारने का भी प्रयास करना चाहिए. Thank you, Maharaj. Next. I have seen my father at an age of 67, he has many responsibilities. My question is, if a grihastha wants to take sannyas, then how he can be detached from all materialistic things and responsibilities? तो एक भक्त का प्रश्न है कि वो अपने पिताजी को देखते हैं कि लगभग 70 साल के होने वाले, अभी भी उनका बहुत सारा जिम्मेवारियां हैं. तो अगर गृहस्थ जीवन में आ गए और संन्यास लेना है तो कैसे अपने आप को इन जिम्मेवारियों से हम बच सकते हैं?
Well, you have to plan for these things. The Vedas say, Pancha Sordvam Vanam Brajit. From the age of 50, you're supposed to go and live in the forest. And that means entering into the Vanaprastha stage of life and detaching yourself from the material affairs.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि इसके लिए आपको अच्छे से योजना बनाना चाहिए. और जैसे कि हमारे शास्त्रों में बताया कि 50 साल की उम्र से हमें जंगल में यानी कि वानप्रस्थ जीवन का तैयारी करना चाहिए.
You get to 50, you should know half your life is over. You have to get ready for the next life.
जब 50 साल के हो जाएं तो ये समझ लेना चाहिए कि आधा जीवन खत्म हो चुका है, अभी बाकी के दूसरे जीवन का तैयारी करना चाहिए.
So you prepare yourself for the next life. You gradually detach yourself from all the material affairs.
तो हमें उस प्रकार के जीवन के लिए तैयार होना होगा और भौतिक अपनी जिम्मेवारियों को उसके हिसाब से कम करते जाना होगा.
You say your father at 67 has still so many responsibilities. That's not good.
आप बता रहे हैं कि आपके पिताजी 67 इयर्स के हैं और उनका अभी बहुत सारा जिम्मेवारियां हैं, ये कोई अच्छी बात नहीं है.
Of course, some people are very attached. They don't want to give up the material duties. They take pleasure in having these responsibilities.
तो महाराज बता रहे कि कुछ लोग बहुत आसक्त होते हैं, वो इतना बड़ा उम्र होने के बाद भी अपने भौतिक जिम्मेवारियों में बने रहना चाहते हैं.
They have no spiritual vision. They have no goal for the next life. They're simply thinking only this life. And they're thinking, simply planning how they can live forever in this world.
तो ऐसे लोगों के पास आध्यात्मिक दृष्टिकोण नहीं होता. वो ये नहीं सोचते कि अगला जीवन में क्या होगा, वो केवल इसी जीवन को और लंबा करने का प्रयास करते हैं.
So we have to understand how this life is going to end. And Prabhupada would say, as sure as death, and death is sure. Everyone's going to die.
तो हमें ये बात को अच्छे से समझना होगा कि ये जीवन का अंत होगा. जैसे श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी बोलते थे कि मृत्यु जो है सुनिश्चित है, सबको मृत्यु का सामना करना पड़ेगा.
You're going to give up one body, you take birth again, some other body, next life. You don't know what kind of body you're going to get in the next life.
तो एक शरीर को त्यागने पर फिर हमें दूसरा शरीर लेना होगा और हमें इसका पता नहीं है कि अगले जीवन में कैसा शरीर मिलेगा.
You have to prepare for that. You have to therefore detach yourself from this worldly situation.
तो हमें अपने आप को उसके लिए तैयार करना होगा और अपनी भौतिक स्थिति से विरक्त होना होगा.
You don't want to be like Dhritarashtra.
आपको धृतराष्ट्र की तरह नहीं होना चाहिए.
There was one Dhritarashtra, 5,000. Now Prabhupada said Dhritarashtra's there in every home.
5000 साल पहले एक धृतराष्ट्र थे और प्रभुपाद जी कहते हैं अभी सब घरों में एक एक धृतराष्ट्र है.
They don't want to They don't want to leave the world. They're so attached to their family and their material situation.
तो वो इस भौतिक जगत को त्यागना नहीं चाहते, अपनी भौतिक स्थिति में बने रहना चाहते हैं.
So you have to do these things. It's essential. You cannot avoid it.
तो आपको ये सब चीजें करना होगा, ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, आप इससे बच नहीं सकते.
Everyone has to take sannyas, whether formally or informally. You have to give up everything. You're going to leave everything behind.
तो सबको संन्यास लेना होगा, चाहे तो फॉर्मल तरीके से या फिर बिना, सबको सब कुछ तो त्यागना ही होगा.
The change of dress is not important. What you have to change that consciousness. You have to give up the idea of being the proprietor and being the enjoyer.
तो कपड़े बदलना इतना महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है चेतना बदलना, जो अभी इस भौतिक जगत को कि हम नियंता हैं, ये भौतिक जगत में सब चीज मेरा है, इस चेतना से हमें बचना होगा.
So you have to follow the Vedic process. Older age, you have to detach, you have to let go of all these kind of responsibilities and just focus on hearing and chanting.
तो वेदों में जो शिक्षा दिया है उसके हिसाब से हमें चलना चाहिए, और बड़ी उम्र में हमें ये सब चीजों से निरासक्त होना चाहिए और श्रवण कीर्तन में अपना समय देना चाहिए.
Srila Prabhupada used to say sannyas means a walking dead man.
श्रील प्रभुपाद जी कहते थे सन्यासी मतलब चलता फिरता मृत व्यक्ति.
Has no material responsibilities.
उनका कोई भौतिक जिम्मेवारी नहीं होता.
He's like Prabhupada took sannyas. He came to Calcutta on his way to go to America. He boarded Jaladuta in Calcutta. He didn't go to see his family.
जैसे कि श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ने संन्यास लिया और अमेरिका जब जा रहे थे तो कलकत्ता से उनको अपना समुद्री जहाज लेना था, लेकिन श्रील प्रभुपाद जी अपने घर नहीं गए मिलने लोग अपने संबंधियों से.
His son came to see him, but Prabhupada didn't go to see them.
उनके बेटे उनको मिलने आए थे, लेकिन श्रील प्रभुपाद जी नहीं गए उन लोगों से मिलने.
So you have to understand, sannyas is meant for simply focusing on devotional service, nothing else.
तो आपको इसको समझना होगा, संन्यास जो है हमारे भक्तिमय जीवन को बहुत तीव्रता से केंद्रित करने के लिए है और कुछ नहीं.
So not everybody takes sannyas. People are in family life, but people in family life have to detach. At least they should enter into the vanaprastha stage, retired from the material duties.
तो सब कोई व्यक्ति संन्यास तो नहीं लेगा, लेकिन कम से कम जो पारिवारिक जीवन में लोग रहते हैं उनको ये समझना चाहिए कि कम से कम वो वानप्रस्थ अपनी भौतिक जिम्मेवारियों को कम कर दें.
Yeah, retired. No, you're not thinking, oh, I need to get a new car, or I want to get a bigger house, or we're going to have another child.
तो उनका ऐसा योजना नहीं होना चाहिए कि ओहो मुझे एक बड़ा गाड़ी चाहिए और अभी उससे बड़ा घर चाहिए और या फिर और एक संतान चाहिए.
Or maybe I should get married again.
या फिर मुझे अभी और दूसरा शादी करना है.
60, 70 years old, do you want to get married again?
60-70 साल के हो गए और एक और शादी करना है.
And these things happen.
ऐसा चीजें होता है आजकल.
We're laughing, but these things happen.
हम लोग हंस रहे लेकिन ऐसा होता है.
So you have to be careful. You have to keep your mind under control and hear regularly the process of Krishna consciousness.
तो आपको बहुत सावधान होना होगा, अपने मन को नियंत्रित करना होगा और कृष्ण भक्ति का जो विधि है उसमें गंभीरता से जुड़ना होगा. Next question. If we commit sinful activities after initiation, is it to be counted as aparadha against our spiritual master? How can we regret for the guru aparadha? What should be the penance for this? तो इनका प्रश्न की दीक्षा लेने के बाद पाप करने से क्या ये गुरु अपराध होता है और हम इससे कैसे बच सकते हैं?
Yes, if you do some sinful activity after initiation, it's an offense against your spiritual teacher, because you promised at the time of initiation that you would not engage in any sinful activities. So you're breaking your vow. So it's an offense.
हाँ, ये सही है बोलना कि दीक्षा लेने के बाद अगर कोई पाप में हम लोग संलग्न होते हैं तो वो गुरु के प्रति अपराध है, क्योंकि गुरु को हमने वचन दिया दीक्षा के समय कि हम पापमय जीवन में नहीं लगेंगे.
So Guru may say he can forgive you one time, maybe twice, but more than that, you say, oh, every week I do this, then it's Maya, total Maya, you're just nonsense.
तो गुरु हो सकता है कि एक बार क्षमा कर दें आपका गलती के लिए या 2 बार कर दें, लेकिन अगर हर बार आप बोले हर हफ्ते में ये गलती कर रहा हूं तो फिर ये पूरा बहुत गलत है, नॉनसेंस है.
You take a vow, you at the time of initiation we promise in front of the deities, in front of the assembly of devotees, in front of the sacred fire, and in front of the spiritual teacher, we make this promise and we don't keep it. It's very bad.
तो हम लोग दीक्षा के समय भगवान के श्री विग्रह के सामने, भक्तों के सामने, पवित्र अग्नि के सामने और गुरु के सामने ये प्रतिज्ञा लेते हैं, फिर उसका पालन नहीं करें तो ये बहुत बुरा है.
Now sometimes of course it happens, sometimes it just happens somehow unavoidable, you make and you regret it, you repent. Okay, so don't do it again.
लेकिन कई बार अगर गलती से ऐसा कुछ घटना हो गया तो लेकिन उसके बाद उसका पश्चाताप करना चाहिए, उसको दोबारा नहीं करना चाहिए.
But if you make a habit of doing sinful activities even after initiation, it's very offensive.
लेकिन अगर कोई इसको अपना आदत बना ले और दीक्षा के बाद भी पापमय जीवन चलाता रहे तो ये बहुत अपराध.
And what is the atonement? What should we do to make up for doing something sinful? Well, the process of atonement is simply to take up again devotional service.
और अगर किसी से ऐसा गलती हो जाए तो उसको फिर उसका क्या निवारण है, तो उसमें बता रहे कि निवारण है कि भक्ति के ही विधि को दोबारा से हम अच्छे से पालन करें.
Yeah, it's not like we say, oh, you have to give this much charity or you have to do this much fasting, and you just simply have to follow. You have to take up again the process of Krishna consciousness and seriously practice the principles.
तो इसका जो निवारण है, ऐसा नहीं बताया गया कि आपको कोई दान देना है या कोई किसी तरह का व्रत करना है. वही जो भक्ति की हमारी विधि है उसी को ही और तीव्रता से बहुत ही सीरियसली उसको पालन करने से ही अच्छा होगा. The next question devotee asks, kindly explain once again the difference between tirtha and dhama. Pani hati is a tirtha or dhama? And then Maharaj continues, please let us know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes which 2 things from the 4 sampradayas? The 2 questions. तो इनका प्रश्न है कि तीर्थ और धाम में क्या अंतर है, पानी हाटी तीर्थ है या धाम, और महाप्रभु ने 4 संप्रदाय से क्या क्या शिक्षा लिया, ग्रहण किया, 2 शिक्षा वो बताएं.
Well, the dham is where the Lord is residing eternally.
धाम वो स्थान है जहाँ पर भगवान सनातन समय से रहते हैं.
And so Panihati is also a dham because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resides there eternally.
पानी हाटी भी धाम है क्योंकि चैतन्य महाप्रभु वहाँ पे सनातन रूप से रहते हैं.
We heard this evening from Naragopal Prabhu. Was it this evening? He was talking of 4 places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always present.
आज शाम को हमने नारुगोपाल प्रभु जी से सुना कि 4 वो जगह जहाँ चैतन्य महाप्रभु हमेशा उपलब्ध रहते हैं.
In the home of Srivas Pandit when they have kirtan.
श्रीवास पंडित जी के घर पे जब वहाँ पे कीर्तन होता है.
When Lord Nityananda dances.
जहाँ पर भगवान नित्यानंद नृत्य करते हैं.
And then Raghava Pandit's home.
राघव पंडित जी के घर पे.
And there was one more. Yeah, Sachi Mata. She cooks for every day.
सची माता जब उनके लिए भोजन बनाते हैं.
Right. So there's 4 places. And so the Dham is where the Lord resides eternally. And Panihati, the Lord is eternally present there in Panihati. So it's also Dham.
तो धाम वो स्थान है जहाँ भगवान सनातन रूप से रहते हैं, और पानी हाटी ऐसा जगह है जहाँ हमेशा भगवान रहते हैं, तो इसलिए वो धाम है.
But Tirtha is a place where some pastime took place. Some maybe some great devotee went there and performed some pastime there.
तीर्थ वो जगह है जहाँ पर कुछ लीला हुआ, हो सकता है कोई भगवान के महान भक्त गए हो वहाँ पर, या कुछ इस तरह से लीला हो, वो तीर्थ है.
So Tirtha is like a bridge into the Lord, into the association of the devotees in the Lord.
तो तीर्थ जो है एक पुल की तरह है भगवान और भगवान के भक्तों से संग के लिए.
And from each of the 4 sampradayas, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took 2 elements. He took the element of worship of the deity and the complete defeat of Mayavadi philosophy from the Madhvas.
तो हर एक संप्रदाय से 2 शिक्षा लिया, जिसमें मध्वा संप्रदाय से मायावाद का को हराना और भगवान के श्री विग्रह का सेवा.
And from Ramanuja Sampradaya, the Sri Vaishnavas, he took the element of service to the Vaishnavas along with the element of devotional service without desire for fruitive activity or philosophical speculation.
तो रामानुजा श्री संप्रदाय से उन्होंने वैष्णव सेवा और फल की इच्छा के बिना शुद्ध भक्ति.
And then from Nimbarka, which is Nimbarka Sampradaya, which is connected with the 4 Kumaras. We'll be hearing about that tomorrow. We're going to go there tomorrow morning. So from Nimbarka Sampradaya, he took the element of the position of Srimati Radharani and that mood of the mood of the gopis.
तो निम्बार का संप्रदाय जहाँ जो कि 4 कुमारों से संबंधित है, वहाँ पे जहाँ पे हम कल जाएंगे, उसमें श्रीमती राधा रानी का जो पोजीशन है और गोपियों का.
Then Vishnu Swami, there were 2 more things. The mood of, I think it's the mood of Raga Bhakti. It's one of them, and something else.
और विष्णु स्वामी संप्रदाय से राग भक्ति का मूड और एक चीज है. Krishna ek sharan.
Oh, Krishna external.
Yeah. Only surrender.
Oh,
Surrender to Krishna.
only surrender to Krishna. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So like that, 2 elements from each of the 4 sampradayas.
तो इस तरह से 4 संप्रदाय में से हर एक से 2-2 चीजें उन्होंने लिया. Thank you, Maharaj. Next question. The devotee has asked, we get many ups and downs in our life. In down phase of life, we try to do bhakti religiously, but sometimes we are unable to make a balance. My question is, how to do bhakti constantly in every phase of life, and how to balance material life and bhakti? तो भक्त का प्रश्न कि जीवन में उतार चढ़ाव लगा रहता है, और जब चीजें ठीक नहीं चलता तो उस समय भक्ति को अच्छे से करने का प्रयास भी करते हैं, लेकिन कुछ संतुलन नहीं बन पाता. तो हमें अपने भक्तिमय जीवन और भौतिक जीवन में कैसे संतुलन बनाना चाहिए और लगातार भक्ति होती रहे, ऐसा कैसे करें?
Well, first you have to balance the material and the spiritual. Yes, that's important initially. And gradually as you go on, then you can intensify the bhakti and your material duties will become minimized.
तो शुरुआत में हाँ भौतिक और आध्यात्मिक जीवन को संतुलन बनाना जरूरी है, लेकिन जैसे जैसे आप प्रगति करते जाएंगे तो आपका भक्ति में जीवन बढ़ता जाएगा और भौतिक चीजें कम होता जाएगा.
Yeah, we say balance the material and the spiritual. We just like Lord Chaitanya told Raghunath Das Goswami, well, Raghunath, when he was still a householder, when he was still with the family, he told him, go home and behave like a normal person. Don't be a sahajya.
तो जैसे कि हम देखते हैं श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की लीला में वो रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी को बोलते हैं कि आप घर पे जाइए और एक साधारण व्यक्ति की तरह रहिए, एक सहाजिया की तरह मत काम कीजिए.
So similarly, people come to the Krishna consciousness movement. We don't encourage them to immediately give up everything and move into the temple and give away everything, give all your money to the temple and leave your family. And we tell them, you can gradually come and associate and learn.
तो जिस प्रकार से हम ऐसे भक्तों को उत्साहित नहीं करते कि आप कृष्ण भावनामृत में आइए और एकदम से सब कुछ त्याग दीजिए, अपना भौतिक जीवन, अपना सारा पैसा मंदिर को दे दीजिए और आप मंदिर ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, घर छोड़ दीजिए। हम बोलते हैं कि आप धीरे धीरे इस भक्ति की विधि में लगिए।
We have to learn to take some responsibility. Krishna consciousness is not to encourage people to become irresponsible, but is to make them more responsible.
तो कृष्ण भावनामृत में हम लोगों को और ज्यादा जिम्मेवारी ले पाएं, इसके लिए प्रेरित करते हैं। कृष्ण भावनामृत का मतलब ये नहीं कि हम जिम्मेवारियों से भागें।
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not being irresponsible when he left his young wife and his elderly mother.
तो श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने जब अपनी युवा पत्नी और वृद्ध माता को त्यागा, तो वो उन्होंने ऐसा नहीं कि अपने गैर जिम्मेवार हुए,
but rather he took sannyas for the responsibility of delivering the entire world.
इसके विपरीत उन्होंने संन्यास लिया और एक बहुत बड़ा जिम्मेवारी उठाया पूरी दुनिया का उद्धार करने के लिए।
So similarly, we have to be careful of our material duties and balance them along with our spiritual. While we have material obligations, we may have some job or some family, different commitments are there in the material world. So we have to meet these commitments, and at the same time we have to also find time to practice spiritual life.
हाँ, तो शुरुआत में हमें अपने भौतिक और आध्यात्मिक जीवन को संतुलित करना होगा। अगर अपने भौतिक जीवन में हमारा कुछ नौकरी है या हमारा कुछ ऐसा जिम्मेवारी है या जो हमने ऐसा कुछ कार्य है जो हमें करना होगा, तो उसको हमें करना चाहिए, लेकिन भौतिक जिम्मेवारियों को करते हुए हमें भक्ति के लिए उचित समय निकालना भी होगा।
We have to chant. We have to find time to associate with devotees.
तो हमें समय निकालना होगा, हमें जप करना है, हमें भक्तों के संग करने का समय निकालना होगा।
We have to make proper use of every minute of our time. So, but using it for Krishna.
हमें अपने एक एक क्षण का इस्तेमाल अच्छे से करना चाहिए उसको भगवान के सेवा के लिए।
So it's important to balance the material and the spiritual. We don't give up the material, but we use it for the service of Krishna.
तो ये महत्वपूर्ण है अपने भौतिक और आध्यात्मिक जीवन को संतुलित करना। हमें अपने भौतिक जीवन को त्यागना नहीं है, लेकिन भगवान की सेवा में लगाना है।
Somebody has a good job. You have a nice family, you don't want to give up everything.
तो किसी का अच्छा नौकरी है या फिर अच्छा परिवार है, तो ऐसा नहीं कि सब चीजों को त्याग देना है।
At least not immediately, but gradually you can think about that.
कम से कम एकदम से नहीं, धीरे धीरे उसके बारे में सोच सकते हैं।
So do everything step by step under the guidance of the senior devotees.
तो वरिष्ठ भक्तों के दिशा निर्देश के अनुसार धीरे धीरे एक एक कदम करते हुए हमें इस दिशा में आगे चलना है।
Srila Prabhupada only changed his situation with the greatest reluctance.
श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ने अपनी स्थिति को बहुत ही धीरे से बदला।
But we have to do these things. It's essential.
लेकिन हमें ये करना होगा, ये जरूरी है।
Okay, we will stop here tonight. It's getting late.
तो यहाँ पे रुकते हैं।
People get up early here.
लोग यहाँ पे जल्दी उठते हैं।
Sometimes get up at 1 o'clock. People there already taking bath. Huh?
कई बार अगर 1 बजे उठ के देखें तो लोग उस समय नहा रहे होते हैं।
Very nice. Okay, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki
जय। His Holiness भक्ति विघ्न विनाश नरसिम्हा स्वामी महाराज की। तो हम लोग महाराज को धन्यवाद देना चाहेंगे। We all want to thank Maharaj by loudly chanting the holy names of Krishna. Hare